Welcome to Niki's Kitchen, where flavor, creativity, and Caribbean soul come together. In this video, I will be cooking stewed beef, baked chicken, and Jamaican style rice and peas. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss a meal or a recipe that I post. Here I wash my peas. So I've added the seasoning, I've added the all-purpose jerk, a little salt, and I'll also put on it a little browning, about a teaspoon of browning, just to give it a little color. Once it goes into the oven, it will have a better color. I've completed the chicken. I will set it aside in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. I'm moving on now to seasoning the beef. So there it is. I cut it in small pieces. I washed it. I also washed it with vinegar. As I said before, you can use lime or you could use salt. So I'm gonna season this with the all-purpose jerk seasoning and some browning. So now I'm just gonna add everything to the beef. I did include onion and garlic in seasoning. It's about 15 minutes since I put the peas on the fire to cook. So now I'm taking it off. I'm checking to see if it's cooked. And yes, it is cooked. And it's so soft. I don't need to put it back for cooking. Now I'm gonna take out the garlics because I don't want to cook the rice with the garlics in, so I'm removing those. I mean, you can leave them in if you like that, if you would prefer that. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to transfer the peas into a smaller pot because my pressure cooker is a bit large and I'm not cooking so much rice and peas. So this is the pea in the other pot. I'm gonna move on in putting the chicken in the oven. So this is what I'm getting from the fridge, and I'm putting it in this pot that I have to put it in the oven. I'm just showing the meat sauce that's there from the seasoning in the container, in the pot. I'm gonna preheat the oven. I'll be setting the oven at 450. I'm going to set the beef now to start cooking. This is me heating the pot, and this is where I put the beef in. As I said before, I had added some onion and garlic, which you're seeing there. I'm gonna let this to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll come back to add some water. The oven is ready for the chicken, which I added, and now I added some water to the beef, and I'll cover it and let it cook for some time. This is the beef. I added some broad bean, Alaska broad bean to it. I'd added some more onion and pepper and some garlic. That is pretty much the final look of the beef. This is the chicken. It looks so good, golden brown. Basically just need like 10 to 15 minutes to be completed. I'm gonna put it back in the oven for about that time, and I'm gonna add the sauce after that time. So once it's fully cooked, then I'll add the sauce and put it back in the oven for like 2 minutes or so. Here I'm gonna make some vegetables with cabbage and carrot, tomato and cucumber. So I'm gonna wash my cabbage with some baking soda. You could use salt. And once that is done, I'm gonna make the vegetables. You won't see, I'll just show what the final look for my vegetable is, which is right here. I didn't add anything to it, so there are a lot of stuff that you could add. You could do like a coleslaw. You could probably add some sugar with some vinegar mixed together, or honey. I didn't do that. I just kept it natural taste. This is where I'm preparing the sauce for the chicken. I have ketchup, I've added some honey, and I've added some browning. So the chicken is fully cooked. I'm now adding the sauce to it, and as I said before, I'll put it back in the oven for like 2 minutes. This is it with the sauce, and I'll put it back in the oven for like 2 minutes, and once that time is up, it is all done. I didn't show the entire process for the potato salad, but I did make potato salad. I cut 2 small potatoes in Irish potatoes in small pieces. I cooked 2 eggs, and now I am mixing everything together. Right, so this is basically the complete salad, the completed salad. You can try this. There are so many different ways to do your salad and so many different things that you could add. I'll do that in other videos. I need to go back to my rice and peas. I'll be adding my coconut milk. I'm using the Grace powder, so I'm gonna add water to the milk powder, and this is where I mix it and pour it out in the pot. I'm gonna make this cook a little. If you can remember, I had cooked the peas and set that aside, so now I'm adding thyme and scallion. So I add thyme and scallion, and I'll be adding the rice shortly. So this is, here I am washing the rice. I washed it like about 3 times, and this is the final result of the rice and peas. It came out beautiful, smells so nice, and tasted so good.